There's certain tough truths that I try not to think about too much. Every now and then, I get brave enough to really sit with one of these. And if you're feeling brave right now, I'm going to share a couple. We're all, like, separate, distinct individuals, right? We have to be that. Because if we weren't, then the bad things happen to you, right? And the whole point, the whole thing that started this, is that that is too big to handle. And then the second kind of rough truth goes along with this. If I was like writing a biography or telling, a therapist or something, like trying to give them some kind of summary snapshot of things that happened, I could say something about it, right? And it would seem like, oh, I must remember it. But the reason that I can talk about it at all, that I can even have that level of like, this thing happened, right, is because it didn't happen to me. And then there are other parts in our system who absolutely have the memories, right? Like in vivid detail, who can say more about it. And the only reason that they can is because they are extremely separated from it. It is very much not them. And the more work that they do to kind of feel like they belong in the body, let's say, or that they have some level of investment in the external world, the closer that trauma gets. So it messes them up. The thing happened to all of us, or like me, however you want to say that, right? Like me, the collective. It's hard. It's hard to keep that in mind. I try to remind myself of that every once in a while and just kind of sit with whatever comes up, like the discomfort, right? Because it's never comfortable or easy to accept. It's a good test for me to see just how like dissociated I am, I guess, in a sense. It's a nice little check-in. But also because there's always some part of me that's like, well, I can't get too untethered, right? There's some little corner of my brain that's like, oh, what if we end up doing some kind of final fusion? Then that means that we'll all become one, right? It's not really a plan, but it could happen. And so I just kind of test the waters, I guess, dip a toe in. Still a long ways away from being able to accept those. Gonna be a lot of work. But at least I can, sit in the discomfort and have that idea, that concept there. That's progress.